Davis. Just a few questions to clarify, because there seem to be a few outstanding points which I'd like to address. First of all, you say you got to the club around 10:30. What were you doing preceding entering the club?
I met my mate Dave.
Mr. Carter.
Yeah. Down in town about 8:30. We went to a few pubs.
So, before entering the club, you were already in the influence of alcohol?
Yeah, but you only had 3.
Okay. Now, you say when you got into the club you saw Judy and Louise fairly soon after getting into the club.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Did you at any point before the assault took place meet up with the 2 girls in the club?
No.
Are you sure at no point that you actually had some sort of discussion with Louise before the assault took place?
No, I talked to her in the club. Yeah.
Because you see, Mr. Davis, it appears that at some point before the attack, Louise left Nick Jones and Judy to go to the bathroom, apparently, and on coming back, she had an argument with yourself. Is this true?
We had a debate.
Was it a debate that led to her being visibly upset and having to leave the club almost immediately?
I don't know. She kind of just walked off. She was a bit drunk, so...
So, if I can get this straight, leading up to the attack, you had had a relatively heated row with your girlfriend who was being pestered by an unknown man.
It wasn't really a heated row, it was just a little argument.
But many people, a number of the other witnesses are claiming that she, including the defendant, saying that she came back upset and told her friend, "We're leaving now." So it was more than just a debate, as you put it.
Maybe she was feeling ill.
She appeared to be perfectly fine leading up to this moment, but she had this debate with yourself, and suddenly she had to leave. So I suggest that it's more than merely a debate, Mr. Davis.
I don't know.
Excuse me. Mr. Davis, when did you first move over to Mr. Jones and the 2 girls, Mr. Jones?
When Jones was touching my girlfriend's arse.
This was shortly after the debate with your girlfriend, was it?
It was some time after the debate, yeah.
Would it be fair to say then that perhaps your motives for moving over stemmed partially from your bad mood from this debate, partially from jealousy?
Not really, because she just didn't look happy with him touching her. It was quite grotesque, that little old man touching up my young girlfriend. It was horrible. I went to look after her.
When you went over to Mr. Jones, was he holding anything at the time you went over to him? So at the time he wasn't holding a glass or a bottle?
No.
You say in the attack he turned around and picked a pint glass and hit you with it, is this correct?
No. He said he picked up a pint glass, smashed it on the bar, and then hit me.
Is it not in fact true that Mr. Jones was, at the time you went over, holding a beer bottle and didn't in fact turn around and pick up a pint glass, smashing it against the bar, and turn around to assault you?
No.
See, there seems to be a number of conflicting arguments, conflicting views on this from the various witnesses, and in fact some say he picked up the glass and smashed it against the bar, some say he just picked it up and hit you with it, some say it was a beer bottle. Are you absolutely certain that what happened was he turned around, picked up a pint glass, smashed it against the bar and attacked you with it?
I saw it close enough, didn't I? Look at my eye.
I'm not disputing that you were seriously injured on the night, Mr. Davis. I'm merely stating that Mr. Jones, in fact, didn't turn around and break a glass and attack you with it. In fact, you set upon him first in an aggressive manner and grabbed his tie in an aggressive manner.
I did not grab his tie. I removed his arm and then he smashed a glass on the bar.
How would you describe your state of mind moments before he attacked you? Were you aggressive to him?
No, I just again asked him what he was doing with my missus.
So you were perfectly calm?
Yeah.
Even though it was late, there was somebody inappropriately touching your girlfriend?
I'm a calm guy, mate. I'm alright. I can sort things out properly.
You appear at the moment to be slightly tetchy in these questions, so I suggest that perhaps you not always.
I'm not tetchy, mate. You're just being a bit funny, aren't you? You're just saying all these lies and throwing them around.
Mr. Davis, I would strongly suggest that in fact what happened was you went over, aggressively got in the face of Mr. Jones. He tried to protect himself when you attacked him.
I didn't get in his face. I moved his arm. He's a nutcase. Look at him. How small he is.
Mr. Davis, is it not more likely that in fact Mr. Jones was merely protecting himself and you and your friends have come up with a story which is clearly riddled with inaccuracies over the weapon, over the circumstances of the assault?
It was dark, wasn't it, mate? It was dark. Yeah.
But you just claimed you had a very clear view of it, like the dark.
That's because I saw it close enough, didn't I?
So how close were the rest of the witnesses? How close were the two girls and your friend David?
I don't know. There was a bloody glass coming to my face, wasn't there?
But just before the attack, how close were they?
I don't know. Oliver was behind me somewhere. No.
Yourself?
David. David was behind me somewhere. And the girls were near the bloke somewhere.
Finally, what would you say to the suggestion of Mr. Neil Bright that in fact, after the alleged incident took place, that you weren't in fact injured at all, and the injury came later after
lying,
Mr.
isn't he?
Jones left?
He's lying.
Thank you. I have no more further questions.